Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. I'm going to be doing the weekly videos postings in the morning on Fridays, of course, unless the schedule requires me to change that. I realize that the lighting is kind of funky, so I'm going to be moving my face around so you can see better. The blinds are broken, and I need to figure out a best way to do these videos. I also want to get a more interesting background going on in the bathroom. Okay, so I learned something. Well, I didn't learn something. Something was reaffirmed to me last week at the makeup training. Just, something that I did, that I heard, that I didn't know if it worked for everybody. So, simple thing that you can use to help pop the pigment in Mary Kay eyeshadow. Don't know, it doesn't work with all eyeshadows. I've tried it with some, and they don't dry back to an eyeshadow, so that you can use them again normally. But Mary Kay does. If you add water, or if you add Visine to your brush and get the eyeshadow that way, you can actually use it as eyeliner, or with Visine you can pop out the pigments. So you can't see, lighting's horrible, I know. This side I decided to use to do no Visine, so it's just the regular eyeshadow, and I am using their spring colors here in the compact. So that's what I'm using, and I'm going to now apply it with Visine on my left eye so you can see the difference, because sometimes you just want that nice calming color, nothing super out there. So using the Mary Kay eyeshadows as normal is perfectly fine and good for every day. The pop of pigment is really good, especially if you're in shows. So if you compete at all, it helps keep the eyeshadow on. And it also pops like horse show. It's horse show season. It really pops there. And performers are able to use it that way, and it helps just really stay. So let me grab my brush. I'm using the Mary Kay Eye Definer and Crease dual end brush. They have these same brushes in singles, so that it's not on each end, but I am using the dual end. So all you do is you take your Visine, and I have Visine for contacts because I wear contacts. Just plain old Visine, Walgreens, whatever brand works just fine. And since I'm actually going to be throwing this bottle away, I'm going to be putting some of the drops in the bottle lid. Typically I have a little container sitting on my counter to do this. So just stick your brush in there and get it wet. You can tell and you can dab a little off if you think it's too much, but really it's not a huge deal, because like I said, the Mary Kay eyeshadow color dries back completely normal, so it's good to go. So I am using the gray as my middle thing. Oh, I'm sorry, I totally forgot to start with my light. I started with my light color. So you just spread that all over, which I've already done, but I'll do it again. Just spread it all over. This one, I don't worry about having the pigments pop, because it's just a blending color that helps highlight up here in between the eyeshadow and the color, and isn't a color that I necessarily care if it pops or not. So I've got my eyeshadow on there, and then you just put it on, This is kind of awkward, but okay. So used to using a mirror, but instead I'm using the camera. And as you can see, I have a skin tab on my eyelid right now. You can get rid of those with coconut oil. But the great thing about Mary Kay's eyeshadow is that it's really gentle and doesn't irritate that and make it grow bigger, which I really like. So there's the pop of pigment with the Visine, and there it is without the Visine. So as you can see, there's a slight, there is a difference, and depending on the color you use, the bigger the pop it's going to be. So I've done the eyelid color, so now I want to do the crease color, so I'm using the other end of the brush. I want that color to pop too, so I'm going to go ahead and put some Visine on that. I'm using the really pretty purple that they've got. So let me get that on there. And of course I'm going to end up redoing my other eye so they match later on, but I wanted you to be able to see the difference. Okay. So the crease, you kind of make a C, so just go in there like this, and across the eyelashes. I promise I'll get better at these. So these are the same exact colors that I used on this eye. They're just on this eye now. These are blended in, so I'll blend these in. But as you can see, you can really see the purple. The purple's really kind of faded in there and mute. And sorry, forgot to grab my blending brush. So Mary Kay has a really cool eye smudger brush, and so that helps you blend in your colors. Blend, 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 blend. Smudge in. There we go. And see, it's a really good like night eye, or if you're on a stage or you're in the show ring, it's really gonna pop and it's gonna look good. And help make you look happier when you're in the show ring. So again, this isn't necessarily an everyday thing that you're gonna want to do. It's something that I tend to do, especially if I'm going to the beach, because it helps stay. The Visine helps attach it. If I'm gonna be showing, if I'm gonna be at a club, I'll do it because it helps make my eyes pop. So if you can see, and I'm gonna, because of how bad the lighting is in here, I'm gonna redo this one at some point. But I just thought it was something very interesting that everybody would like to know. So now, the big reason why we know that Mary Kay's eyeshadows dry back normal is because they have gotten rid of their colored eyeliner, because their eyeshadows become eyeliner. So you can add water to your eyeliner brush. Mary Kay has one, but I've misplaced it. So I'm just using one of the Q-tips, special Q-tips that has a pointed end. So I want my eyeliner to pop. If you don't want your eyeliner to pop, don't worry about adding the Visine. But I want it to pop. So you just get the Q-tip wet. Oops, another color. And as you can see, I just rolled the Q-tip in the eyeliner, or in the eyeshadow, and now it's eyeliner. So you go in. Oh, this is very awkward. And I'm using the same purple that I did for the crease as my eyeliner. So you just go in and do your eyeliner however you'd like. You can do a cat eye, wings, however you want. I don't want wings. Something we learned is that you can put just Scotch tape and put it down and angle it and get your perfect wing, and then when you take the tape away, all the excess stuff would be that would be on your face can come off. I don't do an under eye line, but you're more than welcome to do that too. So now you've got that done. Your eye is blended, you've got your eyeliner on, and then you put your mascara on. And you are good to go. So again, Visine helps make the pigments pop. Your Mary Kay eyeshadow, I added Visine to my brush, so now my eyeshadows are wet. They will dry completely, and you will be able to use them exactly like normal. And this becomes your colored eyeliner and your eyeshadow all in one, so you don't have to carry multiple things around. Also means you only have to buy one thing to get the look that you want. So thank you for listening. Please give me any feedback. I know the lighting's funky, so we're going to fix that. And I will go and fix my eye. Thanks. Have a great weekend.